What is going on, guys? Payton here once again, and welcome to episode 2 of my PSG career mode on FIFA 14 Next Gen. In the last episode, the first episode, the premiere episode of this PSG career, I was given 100 odd million. It was ridiculous to spend in the transfer window. I've already brought in one player, and that was Ter Stegen from Gladbach. I've put in an inquiry for Gundogan from Dortmund. I want to try and bring him and snap him up and bring him to PSG. Got the bad news that Verratti's going to be out injured now. He's going to be out for 4 weeks, pretty much a whole month. So that's kind of a blow, but if we do bring in Gundogan, then we've got cover. It should be good enough. So let's take a look at our squad report here. As you can see, we've already got Ter Stegen. He's there. He's my backup keeper to Sirigu now, as Duches, he left the club. And if you just take a look at my strikers, we've only got Ibrahimovic, who's going to start decreasing soon with stats. We've got Cavani and Maurice. For wingers, we've got the likes of Menez and Lavezzi, who can also play on the left and right, so that's kind of good. There are quite a few positions in this squad that do need strengthening. I mean, the current state of them, it's not the best, so I definitely need to strengthen those positions. I know that I need to bring in a new left back and a new right back as well. I mean, you guys have been excellent in that first episode, leaving your suggestions what I could possibly do with this team, with formations, players that I should bring in, and just overall smashing that like button. It's been awesome, so thank you guys for that, and if you could do it again for this episode, be even better. And how could I forget? Mats Hummels was also another player that I signed in that first episode. I've just seen his name there, and it's just prompted me. Yes, we signed Hummels. That's another massive signing to bring to this club. I mean, I think him and Thiago Silva will work wonders. I mean, it's going to be an unstoppable back four with those two. Thiago Silva and Hummels. It's going to be immense. So what you'll see in here is me going through the team, trying to come up with maybe a template for the season ahead, or maybe just for the start of the season, what I want to try and work with the likes of Cavani, Ibrahimovic and Lavezzi. Also, I was getting the team ready as well for this friendly against Cardiff. We was in South Wales, and we did beat them 2-1. It kind of seemed as though we struggled in that game. I'm not too sure, because obviously there wasn't really any stats for possession and whatnot. Maybe they can add that for FIFA 15. But as you saw, Ibrahimovic picked up an injury. That's right, he picked up an injury in that game against Cardiff. He's going to be out for 3 months. No, 3 months is a long time to be out, especially in this important time. I was kicking myself when I read that he was going to be out for 3 months. I was like, what were you thinking, Payton? Why did you even start Ibrahimovic in a friendly? That's the sacrifice you make, guys, when you sim games. Don't do it. Just don't even think about simming a game, because things like that will happen. You will lose some of your top players. Very frustrating. I know that I mentioned in the first episode about, I just want to clear this up as well, because I know some of you guys were straight in the comment section. He's like, Robert Lewandowski is going to Bayern Munich. That is right, he is going to Bayern Munich in real life, but I think where the confusion came from was that I was saying that Lewandowski is going to Madrid. He is in this career mode save. Lewandowski is going to Madrid. You'll see that a bit later on in this episode. So that was the confusion. I totally understand where you guys were coming from, and it was just me being me again, making it sound as though it was real life. But anyway, as you can see here as well, I did offer Gundogan a contract to come to PSG, 100 grand a week for 4 years, crucial first team player. But before that deal can be completed, PSG had to go through Bordeaux in the Trophée Champion. I know, my French is terrible, probably not even the way you pronounce it. But it is the curtain raiser of the season, pretty much the same as the Community Shield in England. And also I was looking forward to this because, of course, it was going to give me the opportunity to play some of my new players. Well, the only 2 players that I've already signed up for PSG so far. Especially Mats Hummels, who started this game alongside Thiago Silva. Sirigu did start this, so that meant Ter Stegen was out on the bench. And of course, Ibrahimovic was nowhere to be seen. He is out for 3 months. And, you know, that could even have a huge blow on our title hopes, because, of course, it's always good to get a good start to the season. And just take a look at that. At the time, I just wasn't thinking. As you can see as well, the goalkeeper, in my defence, the goalkeeper was blocking the way of the Bordeaux player, and I couldn't quite see him. And so, of course, he just picked up the loose ball and took the opportunity, grasped it in his palm, and like a thief in the night, made it 1-0 to Bordeaux. So we was instantly on the back foot 6 minutes into this game. Cavani with a devastating shot. Keeper managed to just get fingertips to that and tip it over for a corner kick. I knew though that whatever the outcome of this game and maybe the first couple of games in the season in the actual league was a good starting point, because so far from what I've played with PSG, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. They are very attack minded, yet at the same time can be very defence minded. They are just an all-around world-class team that, if you haven't done already, you want to try out, guys. Seriously, PSG, even, because I've already pre-recorded a couple of games already this season for PSG, and every game I've really enjoyed. And I just have that feeling that as the season progresses, we're going to have more of those games, you know, those really enjoyable games. Anyway, we made it 1-1, 39th minute, took us long enough. It was Lavezzi that got the goal, and what a peach it was. Very cheeky of a chip over the top of the Bordeaux keeper, Carasso. And it wasn't even that much of a chip, really, when you look at it from this angle. It's just a nice little dink, and the ball just crept into the bottom corner. How I managed to do that, I do not know. But what a fantastic goal. Brilliant technique from Lavezzi, just digging his studs into the ground and lifting the ball ever so slightly over the top of the keeper and into the back of the net. So he's back into this game, and it was Paco for Bordeaux. He was looking for a penalty. Sneaky son of a gun. He was just lingering in that box. He just knew that he was there. He was waiting to fall onto the ground and turn to the referee, see what he could get from that situation where I had like 3 or 4 players surrounding him. Lavezzi, who was turning out to be a key player for PSG in this Trophée Champion fixture against Bordeaux, was on the break down that left wing, swung it across, but Cavani got sandwiched, couldn't even get ahead to that as it was cleared. Bordeaux were then on an attack of their own, pushing up as far as possible. It was just back and forth action this game. And there's Paco again as he crossed in the ball nice and low, trying to seek out one of his teammates to just get a tap in on that. As he saw, the ball just went across the front of the goal. Why Sirigu didn't come out and try and collect the ball before it even got to Nguemo, I do not know. And he just wiped him out completely, conceding a penalty. Definitely not what we needed, especially seeing that Lavezzi and Cabaye were going off to be replaced by Matuidi and Menez. And it was a horrible time to concede a penalty with just over 15 minutes or so to play of the game. It was putting loads of pressure on me to get back into this game. I was just hoping that fate was on my side and that I could pull off a brilliant save in this Trophée Champion. Current raiser of the season against Bordeaux. Sirigu, would he go the right way? No, he doesn't. And it was Diarte for Bordeaux who put them into the lead. 2-1 it stood, and with just seconds remaining of this game pretty much, Bordeaux looking likely to lift that Trophée Champion. Motta almost got the equaliser. The goalkeeper Carasso pulling off a decent save. We got a corner. Up came Sirigu for this. Right on the dying embers of the game. Would Sirigu maybe get ahead to that? You guys are going to find out. Menez was the one to step up and take it, looking for Sirigu, but it was Mats Hummels that got a header, but Carasso pulling off another decent save. There was no goalkeeper in goal for PSG, and it was Bordeaux on the break again. I was fully expecting Bordeaux to take full advantage of Sirigu being off his line and maybe have a crack at it, but they kept running with the ball. Traoré waited for his moment, could see Fabert making the run, found him. Thankfully, Sirigu kept the game at 2-1. Didn't want to concede another one, but what did I go and do? I conceded another goal. So the final score was going to be 3-1. There was no way back for PSG now. Not the result I was expecting, But there we have it anyway, guys. That is the end of this episode. I do hope that you've all enjoyed, even though that we lost the curtain raiser of the season. Be sure to smash that like button, just like you did for the first episode. And if you didn't know already, you can follow me on both Twitter and Facebook. The links can be found in the description below. And I will see you all very soon for the next episode with PSG on career mode on FIFA 14. Thanks for watching.
You can't take for granted you'll ever win anything again, so when you do get a winner's medal, as they're getting here and celebrating, just drink it in, milk the moment.
It's easy to think that the good times will keep on rolling, but it's not always the case. I think these players appreciate that.
It's been a brilliant occasion. All credit to the organisers for the way it's staged. It sets it up. Makes it such a theatre for these football performers to go on, and this team didn't fluff their lines, did they?
Certainly didn't, and that's so satisfying as a professional. You can look back to your big moments, the big occasions, and know that you played your part, you played well. Good team, aren't they? And I think there's only better times ahead for this group of players.